Yeah, folks, another free deck is about to land in Marvel Snap. If you've been logging in every day to fulfill your login rewards calendar or whatever, then in the next day or two, you're going to get this Zombie Giant Man deck and all of the cards in it. You just get to keep the cards, which is nice. You know, I've been asking for free decks for forever, but I want the decks to be good and useful. So as I did last time with the free ramp deck, I've decided to once again hop in and play 10 straight games to test out this Zombie Giant Man deck to see if it can actually compete. Like, is this useful? Can it be good with a few key substitutions? Those are the kinds of questions I want to answer in this video. So you're going to see 10 straight games, uninterrupted, no edits, just to try to guess exactly how good this deck might feel. Now, that 10 games is not enough sample size to give you good data, but can give you vibes, can give you a feeling, and can kind of show the upside on this deck. And I'll be honest, looking at this one, it's got some weird cards. Like, what is Sentinel doing in here? Why do you really have an Elsa Bloodstone? I don't actually see how these help the Zombie Horde game plan at all. The goal here is to make a really big Zombie Horde, which Hunger's great at. You can even use a Hulkbuster in here to do that, and Ironheart can actually technically help and hit your Zombie Horde. So I get those inclusions. Once you get that big Zombie Horde, of course, that makes your Zombie Giant Man insanely large. And then you can follow that up with an Absorbing Man and use Wong all along the way to juice the Hunger Giant Man, etc. But just some cards that like have no business really being in here. I think Elsa Bloodstone's sort of meant to be a pseudo replacement for Zombie Scarlet Witch, and maybe Sentinel is a replacement for Zombie Mr. Fantastic. I don't know. Sentinel is so strange in here. I guess it's kind of supposed to support Elsa, but it doesn't. So look, like when you look at those and you look at the missing Zombie Scarlet Witch in particular, which feels like a really key card for this archetype, I have to be honest, I had some major doubts entering this video and, you know, just wasn't expecting this deck to work at all. That said, I think you should watch this video. This deck isn't perfect, but I absolutely think it's going to surprise you, and I'll do a little recap at the end to talk about its performance and talk about, of course, some of those replacements you might want to make that could improve this deck, which is basically just these two cards you see right here. But keep an eye on this, I guess, and enjoy the show. All right, folks, here we go. Game number one, win or lose, which against the Sinister Six deck feels like a loss already. Win or lose, though, we're going to play these out because the goal here is just legitimately to find out how good these decks are. And I want you to get an unbiased 10-game sample here. If I go 0-10, I swear to God, it's going to be in the video. But you're going to find out how good this deck is. I have some real questions about the construction of this deck. I'm hopeful that, like, Zombie Giant Man can just, like, steal wins sometimes. And, like, you know, maybe that's all you need. Doesn't have to go any harder than that. But I'm super worried about, like, I don't know, just a lot of weird things. Like, Crystal is like, you know, I guess to help you find Zombie Giant Man more reliably, but like, why? You know, like, Nightcrawler and Sentinel are in here for Elsa, but what's Elsa here for? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why we need an Elsa. She doesn't help the Horde at all. There's just a lot of decisions in this deck that I don't totally understand, to be honest. I like Ironheart here, and then you can go Wong mid into Grandmaster Ironheart, I guess, and just try to farm up some Ironheart points. That doesn't make... Oh, actually Echo's mid, so never mind. We can't actually do that. We have to probably go Wong... Do you go Wong left, Wong right, maybe? Opponent's... Something's going on with the opponent here. I guess you go Wong right, then. You could still do some Grandmaster stuff, technically, right? Like Crystal Grandmaster or something to, like, get some points. But also, you kind of need this almost. But that means no Grandmaster. But then you also have, like, Hunger you want to play some. Now that we've drawn Hunger. I don't know, man. Mojo World may or may not be tough to beat. I don't know. Opponent... Oh, Crystal. That's very likely to find us a Giant Man now. Oh, also, Zombie Sentry is really good, right, actually. Okay, and that makes the Grandmaster much better too, honestly. Okay, hold up. We got plays now, dog. Now we got plays, man. Dang, you want to send the Hunger in too, though. I guess the Hunger can always wait, because you got Zombie Giant Man anyway, potentially, right? Best case. So this sends Ironheart and Sentry mid. Hopefully you get a big Horde mid too. I mean, we can always put 4 bodies left. I'm not so worried about that. I'm just worried about getting the points we need everywhere else. I don't know what the opponent's deck is, by the way. Starbrand? Is it Techno? Oh my god, Venom Starbrand. This is cool, whatever it is, dude. Oh, it's Sinister 6. That's right, I forgot. Oh, yeah. Sinister 6. This is going to be the world's biggest Sinister 6. I mean, you kind of assume, in that case, you're sort of winning left for free, right? Because, like, they just don't have enough bodies. Like, we're on the final turn here. So, like, do I win right for free? I needed Zombie Idiot, dude. I mean, wherever they play Sinister 6 is eating all of their points. What do they have to go with it? You know what I mean? Like, is it Arnim Zola or something? Like, dude, that would be so insane if Arnim Zola finished their Sinister 6 off. They're snapping like that's what's gonna happen. I mean, they do have extra energy, so I guess it's not impossible. I'm just, like, flabbergasted here. I guess you gotta go to 4 bodies and then you gotta hope Wong holds. I don't know, man. Wong's not good. I really needed Zombie Giant Man specifically, right? But I don't know. I don't know what's the plan here. I don't think we really have a choice without the Zombie Giant Man hit. When you only have one of your kind of big zombie guys. Well, we missed both the Toy Man and Zombie Giant Man. It's Yellow Jacket. Okay, so unfortunately Sinister 6 is going right, and it's Arnim. It might be I forgot about this. We literally played this deck and I literally just forgot, dog. This is insane. Yeah, no, this is perfect. I didn't have any way to stop this. Literally, this is the combo deck we just played on YouTube. No way to stop this in our deck at all. I mean, I guess even maybe best case scenario, perhaps a Zombie Giant Man actually could have gotten there, by the way. We're at negative 28. Like, this would have been 14 and then like another 16. No, it would have been like 16 and another 18. Ooh, I don't know, man. We might have been close if we'd drawn the Giant Man. Honestly, we might have been close. Okay, so that's 0-1, I think, right? Tough start. Literally forgot that deck existed despite playing it. Tough start. Bro, what is happening on Untapped? How do I show? Oh, here we go. Ranked. Let's look at my match history here, man. Hunger, yeah, but we can wait, right? No rush here. Let's go Crystal first, see what we can find. Because if you get a Wong first, of course, just cheese this in at any point. Oh my god, it's yet another Sinister 6 deck. Wow. That could be a free win for them there. Although we also technically could do something like Grandmaster to force their hand a little bit. That would be nice. Horde, I guess, also could technically end up there, but you then might lose your Horde to the Sinister 6 stuff. Assuming this is the combo version of this deck again, are we really going to play this twice in a row, man? That's kind of frustrating to start this run, but, you know, that's real life ladder. That's what it's like. Oh my god, there's Zombie Life. That's not Sinister 6, you idiot. That's the wrong green glow, bud. You moron. That's the wrong green glow, Regis. We love Wong. Wong is great news. I guess Wong can go here. I would love, like I said, to force... Love to force the Hunger mid against Sinister 6, though. Actually, I guess that's kind of wasted if I think about it, eh? Yeah, it is a little wasted. Maybe we don't need to do that. Maybe it's fine if it goes right. Or, God, against Zombie Galacta, I mean. My brain works, I promise. I swear it does. It's real. It's a real human brain. It's not the brain of a small rodent. Promise. This makes us strong, right? Oh, magic. Okay, so now we're just across the field. I wonder how they're playing there, but that explains it. All right, they have a lot of green guys down already, by the way. 4 green guys down already, but not necessarily a lot of buffs on their Galactite just yet. I mean, we know it's in hand, so. All right, Ironheart. Bloodstone. Then we go Sentry Grandmaster left. Yeah. You could even go like Hulkbuster right, maybe. Wong is so scary, dude. Oh god. Wong Wingbeat. They have 4 cards in hand, but we know that Zombie Galacti has been in there for a while, so that's almost certainly going to be 9 points on the Zombie Galacti. Unfortunately, right now, my Zombie Horde... Oh, that's a good hit on the Ironheart. Do we get it again? Nice. I was going to say, unfortunately, I'm really strong right, and that's it. I have to find Zombie Giant Man here to win this game, and maybe Absorbing Man as well, to be honest. Because we have to get strong left. Ah, nice. That's a huge hit. Okay. Absolutely insane hit. So these are both going to go mid. That's going to create space for Zombie Giant Man and hopefully also Absorbing Man. Yes. Okay. We have an out here, man. I think the Sentry sees 4 bodies if I do this Hulkbuster last, right? I think he knows there's 4 slots occupied. So Zombie Horde's actually getting pretty big here. This is shocking. Oh god, their Galacti is just a monster though, dude. Maverick at 7, we know. Oh my god, that Shuri is so gross. Good lord. I don't think I can beat these numbers, right? Right does admittedly have only 1 Galacti, but he's gonna be so many points. Go to the Horde, Oh, I gotta hit Absorbing Man or we cannot win. There is only 2 guys left, so I think there is actually a chance. If I hit Absorbing Man, I think there's a chance we win left. Oh my god, is it actually gonna happen? No way, no way. So it was 9 plus 7 is 16, 32 right here maybe? Oh, Maverick goes after as well. Elsa, oh my god, it's 53. That's so much more than I thought. Oh no. How is it so big? Wingbeat times 2. Oh, it was double Shuri with the Wong. Oh my god, I didn't even see the double Shuri. Oh my god, dude, we're having like the sickest game ever, but it's just not enough. Oh my god, this, like, okay, this is a loss, right? But it actually kind of goes to show you that this deck is honestly pretty capable. I mean, you needed Elysium, you needed Limbo, right? Like a few things to help, but like, we did actually get to 140 freaking points, right? If the opponent just didn't have the greediest, we've actually just played 2 of the greediest combo decks in all of Marvel Snap in a row, right? But these points win you a lot of games, to be clear. 59 and obviously 140, and normally you'd kind of probably split out your Absorbing Man somewhere maybe. God, that's so... And also, this was green. I didn't realize. I didn't think the Shuri looked like a green card. I thought we were only going to be facing down 1 guy. Which, with 1 guy, we actually would have gotten there, I guess, right? It would have been... Well, actually, it would have been 60, I think, exactly. 53 plus 7, because Shuri's 3 nowadays, right? Oh, man. Wong... I mean, this is just the greediest Zombie Galacti list. They do every card, of course, because Adam Warlock hit early. Elysium lets them just play everything down, like, so greedy. Good God, dude. So we're 0-2, but honestly, like, first game, no shot. But the second game, like, man, that felt good. That actually felt legit pretty good. Nightcrawler's fine, but let's go right, I guess, for Zombie Sentry. Do we go Sentinel, or do you just go ahead and rip the Sentry already, I wonder? Because you can go Grandmaster too on top of that. Oh, you can even go Iceman Grandmaster to fill even more. The way the hand is going right now, I don't know. I don't have a lot of other things to do. I think I'm just gonna go maybe Sentry Iceman. Although again, you could hold for the Grandmaster too. You could go Sentry Hunger right now. Ooh. Now I'm thinking about Wong left as well though. That said, Sentinel just got crazy expensive. If I go Sentry into Wong, I would send both of these away with Grandmaster. I mean, it's not great. It's not terrible necessarily, but not great. I don't know. We're just kind of desperate here. Curve's just a little wacky. Sandbar made everything a little worse. I would have just like played an Iceman somewhere or something. Omega Sentinel. Okay. So I think you go Wong here. You move out Nightcrawler. Grandmaster makes a ton of space for your remaining guys like Zombie Giant Man and stuff. If you get Zombie Giant Man now, though, I don't know. Like, you kind of want to play that into Absorbing Man, right? Oh, God. We're just feeding this hell cow, dude. That's so brutal, honestly. I think Nightcrawler actually moves mid so that you have some space for Hulkbuster to operate, right? And then I guess you're just going Hunger Giant Man next turn, but I don't really trust that to win. I don't know. I mean, I guess we're kind of moving out of the hell cow here, which is nice, but not really loving it. You can also play Hunger Right too. I forgot. We got 2 spaces, yeah, so you'd have 6, 8 added left. Giant Man would hopefully cover a little bit of right, and like you still have, you know, you're still actually contesting mid as well, so this could be worse probably, right? Hulkbuster, I forgot too, is also going left, so if we hit Zombie Giant Man here, I do feel like we have a shot. It's maybe not a great shot, but it's a shot. Okay, that's actually could be worse, honestly. Dude, Zombie Giant Man wins me the game. Oh, I think we might win the game, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. Oh, hold up, wrong order, wrong order. Oh god, wrong order, wrong order. Oh my god. We want the Hunger first, obviously, to make the Giant Man bigger. Oh my god, that would have lost me the game. Oh god, just playing too fast. I think there's a shot. Now, Omega Sentinel is gonna hit the Zombie Giant Man though, is the problem, because somehow we have priority, which is remarkable, but it may be enough anyway. I don't know, because we're getting doubles, right? It's like 28 plus points. It's like 30 points plus. 35, sorry, 38. Oh my god, so many than I thought. That's losing us mid always, but I think are we fine? Hold up, how many? Oh, let's go. Top deck gods, yes. Dude, I will say, when this deck hits, it can get some numbers, dude. This game didn't even go that smoothly. We're now 1-2, and like you're seeing, even against some pretty tough, like maybe this deck's better than I thought. It does still feel like there's some totally dead cards, but the Wong Giant Man creates moments, man. It creates opportunity. I don't hate this. It's better than I thought, man. It's better than I thought so far. We're going toe to toe with some heavy hitters. Just imagine if you took out all the garbage, you know? I don't really think Crystal belongs, Nightcrawler. A lot of things I don't think you need, to be honest. But Wong's spicy. Ironheart, I guess we save post Wong. I'm dodging rockets like a boss. I guess Elsa goes first here always, right? Oh boy, that's scary. So Wong, Ironheart, Grandmaster? I don't know about that. Maybe it maybe just already a Zombie Giant Man, actually. I don't know. You don't have a Horde at all yet, though, is what's crazy. Like, you do not want the Zombie Giant Man to be your first Horde development, you know? Also, I don't know if this Elsa is literally going to do anything, which, to be honest, I don't know why she's in the deck in the first place, if I'm being real. Now, this feels a bit like, well, you can't go Hunger Absorbing Man, I guess. Okay, so they're definitely going to get, like, a Misery left. Which does, like, Rocket makes like Rocket's way better if I go that route. Oh god, can this win, man? Like, oh god, I don't know, man. I don't think so, to be honest. Fire Hair is at least not gonna go off. But Rocket getting resurrected maybe is what I'm thinking about next. I don't know, is there a death or whatever? I don't know if I really wanted Horde to go there or not, to be honest. I'm not sure. I do know I wanted to get hit by Ironheart. And then I have to I mean, okay, I don't know, maybe that's actually fine, because now they're kind of forced to contest 3 spots. Also, they seem to have just, like, totally AFK'd. Oh my god. Okay, what did they just not hit anything? Rock, by the way, not a dead draw, thanks to Elsa, man. Actually, it was going to be some more points. Giant Man was going to what, like 8? And so it's going to be 12, and then he was going to gain another 10, maybe? So 22 points, like 27 plus 2 is 29. I mean, honestly, dude, yeah, I mean, they were skipping a turn for sure, but even without it, like, I don't know. That wasn't going to be an easy win for them. We're 2-2, man. This deck's better than I thought. If you hit Wong, which thankfully we've been very lucky with hitting the Wongs, I do feel like you have real opportunity in this deck. It's not bad, actually. Madripoor. Let's call our shot, dog. Zero's enough if they don't play. Zero's enough. This would be so sick. Oh, they played. No. Time Stone cheating. Now I want this to go mid. Nice. I guess Sentinel's pretty cool. Free +2 on this would have been amazing for a Giant Man later, so that's also not bad, actually. We'll take that. Sentinel left. Wong is hit again. I think we just actually stick to our curve Madripoor, though. Like, just keep trying to farm these free points. They're all good. Opponent may be matching. Ooh, ongoing. Is this Erisham? It is Erisham. Erisham Thanos. Okay, cool. Pretty sick. Crystal's cool. They won't, I mean, Crystal, like, it does help them, but it's not like, oh, actually, you know what? Do we go Elsa? No, with Wong, we need to find specifically Zombie Giant Man very badly, so no, we have to go for Cargo, I think. Ooh, they stuck out of Madripoor here. So here you can go Wong for sure, and then I guess, worst case, Hulkbuster Ironheart. Finish on the Ironheart for the Absorbing Man, maybe, to just rip some raw points. Oh my goodness, that's a problem. Okay. That's not news that I love. Well, 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 sir. You've created a bit of a pickle here. Boy, I have no idea. I kind of like the idea of, like, man, why couldn't that Professor X have been mid, by the way? I could have just Grandmastered my way through that sucker so hard, dude. So hard. I have this weird vision of, like, Grandmaster Ironheart, and then you just finish on, like, Absorbing Man, whatever. And, like, maybe if Crystal goes mid, you just win mid here. I'm worried if Sentinel goes mid, though, you don't have enough. Right? That's what I worry about here. I think you need the Crystal to go. Because 13 feels like, you know, enough, and maybe even more with Ironheart. Maybe you're like 16 or something. That feels like it could hold. I don't know if anything else holds. Wow, they don't actually go mid at all. Now I'm glad it's Sentinel then. Okay. I take it back. Stay left, Ironheart. Okay. Oh my god, Legion. The Madripoor hit's gonna start buffing Professor X even more, and the Legion gets buffed left. I'm not good at left. Giant Man is technically bigger, but not really, right? I mean, it's 9 points, but like does match Madripoor at least. I can't imagine it's enough, but I guess it's always more than Absorbing Man. He's only ever, well, he could technically be 11 left, I guess, if you get crazy lucky. There's also Elsa stuff, but that doesn't seem to make sense to me. I think this just always loses to, like, Thanos left, but I guess we have to try. I don't know if there's an out here. Just hope this is the biggest guy and it holds, yeah. Crystal to 10 is brutal, dog. Wow. Wow. Shang-Chi. Yeah, I mean, we were actually gonna win this game outside the Professor X, right? Like, that just did it. I mean, yeah, it's just that's just an annoying one, honestly. Yeah, again, that actually made me feel better about the deck. That was a loss that was like close and just you know, I feel a little cheated, I guess. So it's like, yeah, okay, the deck was all right then. All right, always go right for Zombie Sentry, I think. So we're 2 and 3. Yeah, that's not bad. Hunger Gone is bad though. Makes it really hard to get the points for anything to be good, I think. Sentinel's curve at least. Opponent's gonna think I'm a C3 deck. That's the that's the reason the Sentinels are in here. Trick the opponent into thinking you're a C3 deck. That's pretty amusing. So I think you go Crystal right. You could maybe leave right around in case you wanted to do like Grandmaster stuff, I guess, but now I'm really looking at right. I think you actually just go Wong Zombie Sentry right. Maybe that energy really matters. I don't know. Oh, magic, no. So Firehair Yondu obviously implies some kind of mill deck. I need to find Zombie Giant Man in time here. Without Zombie Giant Man, we are so screwed. This lets you do Zombie Sentry into Grandmaster potentially, although I'm worried about, you know, Yondu going away or whatever. But if I don't find Zombie Giant Man, I absolutely cannot win this game. If they like steal that or whatever. But you know, if they go Baron Zemo or whatever right now. Oh my god, don't be no. Dang it, dude. We're getting so scammed right now, man. We're just getting scammed, guys. It's crazy, dude. It's like he's almost like oh my god, we're just getting so scammed. It's actually just a scam. Actual scam artistry, man. Move Crystal away, or just like, do you just take Ironheart maybe? Even the Horde going there is just an absolute scam, dude. Just a scam. God dang it, dude. We're getting ripped off. Ironheart, I guess, is the best card to double, but you might need more points there, so I think you actually just go Ironheart into, you want to go Ironheart into, Absorbing Man, right? So next turn I'll go Absorbing Man right, and then I'll go... Actually, I want Ironheart alone for the Grandmaster, right? So you finish on Ironheart, you go Absorbing Man right on the Ironheart. But I'm just like, I just don't have any play. Like, there's just no way, right? This hits Elsa, she's always dead. I don't think we just have enough body. I mean, I'm gonna have like Sentinels to fill space, but you know, to what end, you know? +3 from the Sentry. Doesn't really matter where the buffs go necessarily, right? Like, it's not like we're looking at Zombie Giant Man stuff. I'm kind of expecting to lose mid though. Like I'm thinking I'm strong, really strong right, and God, saying that sucks, by the way. Like, they don't even have any points right. Like, I need to be stronger mid, man. Because I'm only going to have, you know, 12 points left or whatever. It sucks that Absorbing Man, you know, like... Of course, it depends a little bit on where the Absorbing Man points go. Like, if they all go mid, maybe I'm not mad, right? Maybe they all go mid. A lot of points need to go mid here, man. Okay, a little bit at least. A little bit at least, okay. More points mid, Ironheart, please, God. More points mid. No. Oh my god, she sent them all right, or we just don't need any points. Black Bolt loses a Sentinel, great. I mean, for the record, they do have to, you know, they do have to win multiple locations here, but I feel like I'm getting scammed, dude. Scammed right now. Ironheart, you needed like just one hit mid. I feel like 5-point differential mid would be so much more significant than 2. 2 is like any little card wins, right? And now I can't really win left if they're winning, you know, like they need such a small thing here. They can put a medium-sized thing left, which a medium-sized thing left is gonna win, right? So I don't know, just bad break. Like, so many points went right when it's just like it's already gone. Just death too, yeah, death's really big. So I guess if they'd swapped these, we were probably still cooked, but not necessarily, right? Because if Grandmaster Misery is at 11, the Gladiator might have rolled right, you know? Just one more buff would have made the difference. So we're 2-4, but again, like 3 of our losses, I feel like just the universe was basically against us, and I don't feel like it was the deck's fault necessarily, you know? So I'm not holding that against the deck right now. This is a 2-4 where I'm like, okay, this is a pretty good deck. Reed's Lab is not worth more than just good zombie sentry stuff. I think we can probably go Sentinel first. You know, the thing about Sentinel is, like, if you're playing a second Sentinel in this deck, something has gone dreadfully wrong. There's just no world where you need to be playing a second Sentinel, you know? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, Zombie Sentry right on Lemuria for once is actually pretty good, because now a body I put down, like if I just put Elsa down here or whatever, or, you know, maybe actually just go Ironheart since Absorbing Man's loaded up next turn. I don't have a Wong right now. Sentry's gonna see this Ironheart loaded up, and I don't love giving my opponent an Ironheart in Machine World, but I don't really think I mind necessarily. Wow, they rocked Reed's Lab, dude. Hopefully Ironheart, by the way, hits Horde, obviously. I think that's the dream. Nice. Topaz, Madam Web. That is a sick Madam Web. Oh my god. That's really cool, dude. Wow. That is actually so sick. Vulture is also a monster. Oh, we actually draw the Wong. Okay, well that changes everything. Bro, you want Wong to go here if you draw Grandmaster. If you don't, maybe it's still okay, actually, because you just move Nightcrawler over, you zombie Giant Man, and then you still Absorbing Man maybe to carry left, because Topaz might make it a little harder for them to get points there. Not necessarily because Vulture can kind of go wherever. Grandmaster right now, though, would be... Well, I think I'd still maybe prefer Zombie Giant Man, I guess, but Grandmaster would be the number 2 pick. That would be pretty sick. Mary Jane goes mid. Okay. Grandmaster. Grandmaster. Crystal sucks. Yeah, well, Crystal kind of ruins my life here. I just don't have any reason to play a Crystal at all. It does nothing for me. It's just hot filth. It's just garbage. So I guess you do this and you just somehow hope that Zombie Giant Man wins you the game off the top here. I don't think you go Crystal Sentinel. I mean, maybe you do. It's only 1 less point. Maybe you have to, actually, because you can't win without Zombie Giant Man, you think? Because you need the points left, actually, off Zombie Giant Man. Or maybe Hunger, even, too. You could do both, frankly. Both is also a possibility. Because mid is still honestly susceptible to something like a Zombie Giant Man. If it had plus 12, you could even flip mid with Zombie Giant Man by playing Hunger right. If I draw 2 cards, I could also get Grandmaster Hunger. There could be something there, perhaps. I don't know, really. I don't feel like you'd have enough points mid, probably either, but it's at least something to think about. Wong mid. What the heck is that gonna be for? Oh, that's my Wong, isn't it? Oh my god, I don't even know then. Zombie Giant Man is hit. Can we get Hunger as well, dude? You gotta go for the 3-way here, right? You gotta go for the Madam Web Mary Jane 3-way with Wong, right? I mean, this is plus 8 left, which is actually a pretty significant flip. It's, like we said, a significant hit mid, and you're still like, you know, you're not really winning right, but they have to contest it. You know, they have to do something right. They can't just give it. The alternative would be Hunger mid, Giant Man right, but I actually think this is better. I just think you know, you don't need 30 points right, probably. I'd rather flip mid marginally and better contest left, essentially, because I think mid is the one spot they're the weakest, typically. Ooh, Dagger's big, but not big enough. Like, that's fine. This is perfect. This is perfect. They went hard right, which is where I gave up. I mean, it looks like Zombie Giant Man would have beat that anyway, but this is perfect. God, we drew perfectly. That crystal was such a good hit here, dude. So, what are we at, actually? Like 18 mid? Why do I'm always like 2 off? I'm always like forgetting to account for Giant Man. I think I said 16 at some point, but perfect. Yeah, man. This deck's not bad, guys. Is Wong being played in normal? It's like all zombie Scarlet Witch, which, I mean, I should definitely be in this deck over like Elsa. Also, you know, Sentinel, Nightcrawler, I don't think you really need, but dude, we just keep, like, every game's a close one, and we're actually 3-4, which is a reasonable win rate too. Like, that's fine. 7 games down. This deck pleasantly surprised me, honestly. I think it's kind of hard to play perfectly, to be fair, but it has pleasantly surprised me for sure. So Grandmaster means you can kind of like load up, you know, a crystal into a Wong or something, or even like Sentinel Crystal Wong, kind of move them mid for surprise. You'd rather have like Zombie Sentry. I think you would just be free. Sentinel it is. Although honestly, I don't know, I might just be going Wong, Zombie Giant Man mid, but if you play Wong and you want to have a Hunger, then you need to, you know, you can't go mid. I don't know, that doesn't always really make sense though, but the problem right now is I just don't have any... Oh, here we go, okay. This is a path to, this is annoying though. You could go, like we said, you could go Wong Grandmaster now. but you wouldn't be able to play the Giant Man into Vault. I mean, I think you still got to play the Zombie Sentry right, for the record. I don't think that changes. This is an end of turn deck, which is pretty cool. The question is just, where does Wong go? You really don't want it there. Like I said, if you go here, right, you just... Well, you can move Wong left, I guess. But you're just giving up right. Like, right's just dead. And whether or not you draw Absorbing Man 2 could change a lot here. I think you just got to play mid Wong into Zombie Giant Man. And then if you need to move Wong out to get to a Hunger or whatever, you can, right? And then, I don't know, you're just giving up right. I think right's just gone. I think you're just saying that's just not in contention. But you might need an Absorbing Man mid to win this. I don't know. I will say, like, this is typically their weakest location. Like, the spot they build their stack of Jocasta Visible Woman stuff. It's not usually their strongest spot. We could also do this little thing with Wong, Giant Man, and then Grandmaster at back mid. I don't know if you need that either. That feels like overkill as well. I'm not sure about that. Crazy. Giant Man, even with a really bad Zombie Horde, is still pretty big. That's kind of cool. So this is what I was talking about with the Hunger, right? You put it on the Wong. That makes you stronger left. And then you just go like... Crystal or something. Because you can't play Hunger mid. Otherwise, I would move... Well, I don't know what I would move, to be honest. But does 14 hold mid, guys? Maybe, but I'm more worried about left, really, right? I'm only going to be at 12, 14, 20. I mean, that could also hold technically. I don't know. Iska's not really... Oh, no, Iska is a problem. Oh, never mind. When they've got 17 end of turns, Iska's a major problem, dog. Iska's a very big problem. I needed specifically 3 points mid to win this game, I guess. Yeah, Iska's gonna be an issue. Havoc is also, frankly, an issue. Yeah, they got strong enough here that it's not gonna matter. I mean, Havoc does, like, run out of turns, but he'll get there in plenty of time. Run out of energy, I mean. Does Bob mid change any Oh, it doesn't. I don't know. He always ends up in the same spot, right? There's always a multiple of 2. I think so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, again, this is another game where I just felt like I didn't really have... I don't know. I mean, maybe some stuff right with Wong was a possibility, but you just, like, it's so locked out on 5. I don't think so. It's like the games we're losing, I just don't feel like we had, like, a chance. Well, no, some we had a chance, but, like, I don't feel bad about them, I guess. I mean, like, it doesn't feel like my deck sucked. It just felt like the opponent was just, you know, the game didn't line up. They did something nuts, which I guess if the opponent's doing something nuts and you're not, maybe that is an indication that your deck sucks. Maybe that's what that means, but at the same time, for whatever reason, it doesn't really feel that way to me. I think we can greed this Hunger a little bit more, right? I think so. So we're 3 and 5 now, yeah, 3 and 5, 8 games deep. This is another one where I feel good about this deck actually, and you know, maybe this is not a perfect list to get you to infinite or whatever. You might need a little more help to get to infinite, but I'll be darned if this doesn't feel like a kind of deck that could definitely get you to like 70, 80 range maybe, you know, like could get you really comfortably through a lot of that stuff. And then a few key replacements too do still feel like they can make this deck much, much better. Zombie Scarlet Witch is probably chief among them, but also there will be new Horde cards coming out in October very, very soon. So like, you know, they're basically setting you up here for a pretty nice future Horde deck potentially, I think. Crystal left seems great to me. Do you ever go Crystal right now? Just because of Zombie Sentry? I don't know. Maybe, but I really, really like Nidavellir. That said, I also really, really want the Horde in Nidavellir. It's just 1,000 times better, but I can't really force lock mid in time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just never, that's just not gonna happen. Crystal also costs me a card here, I'm realizing, but it's way better actually for Zombie Sentry. And you still have an opening here. Please, Horde, go left. Dude. Please. Dude. Go left, my man. That makes Zombie Giant Man 1,000 times better. And then you can go, like, Absorbing Man stuff, too. Luke Cage. What is the opponent's deck, by the way? Luke Cage, Nico, Ant-Man. What is this demon from? Nico, I guess, but what was it? It was a, I don't know. Deck Tracker says demon, so that's not very helpful, guys. Horde, unfortunately, went the wrong freaking way, dude. That sucks. Man, that really sucks. But I guess you gotta do this now because you want a Absorbing Man, right? Trying to like scare them off mid and then maybe do like a surprise dump in Nidavellir. I'm just thinking, is it ever better to go for one Zombie Giant Man to get a Hunger in? I don't think so, because it just doesn't make sense, right? Thanos. Whoa. We losing Zombie Sentry, maybe? We have Destroy? I never know. No. Okay. So actually now need some points right as well. Although, can Thanos move? Yes. Now I think maybe they move the Thanos mid. That puts them 16 to 14. I mean, Horde like covers that though, right? This would actually be the like giga sneaky play here, dude. There's no way, right? Well, no, it could hit Sentinel, so no, there's definitely no way, right? I'm actually gonna give up right, at least sort of metaphorically, right? Maybe not actually, but like, because I'm actually like at 10. They have to play here if they move Thanos. So I'm just gonna like focus the other two spots. I haven't even done the math left. I don't even know, but I think stuffing 4 bodies gets us real close because we're down 13 and I'm getting 15 off just Nidavellir and they're only getting 5. So I'm netting 10 just from bodies. That said, Ant-Man's netting 4 from a body. So I guess I'm kind of netting 6 from bodies. So that's an 8-point differential, but I'm adding, you know, 13 and 6, 19. So I'd have to play an 11 power card left. I guess Thanos does cover that specifically very well, but then how do they win mid and right, you know? Thanos does stay, so right is gone. I think we made the right call. Rock is not going to be big enough. Marvel Boy is not going to be big enough. They went way too hard right. Yeah, this is going to be just fine for us, dude. We're actually getting a lot of points mid. Plenty of points left, we're finding out, right? Already winning. We got a whole nother guy coming in. Beautiful, yeah, great win. 4 and 5, guys. Not bad, man. Really not. There's no lines on Marvel Boy that matter. Not bad, man. Beating a cool like Zoo Thanos Gilgamesh deck, by the way. That's pretty sick. Not bad, dude. Not bad. 4 and 5. Yeah, this deck surprised me, man. Really surprised me. This is cool. Final game, by the way. Final game. 12 plus. I don't think that's happening by turn 4, right? That seems very impossible. Jeremy Renner, the app. Pizza delivery recipient. Is there a meme here I don't know about? I hope they're not making fun of his like injury or something. I'm trying to think about how that would work, but we like Zombie Sentry. We like Ironheart a lot then. That's a great 1-2. Even though the Sentry's weak right now, only giving you +1 on the Horde, it's just a great body for Ironheart. Also, Spider Island's a fantastic position for that too. That's great news. So, oh my good God, never mind. Oh, dude, we get so scammed sometimes, dude. Absolutely scammed. Now, Horde as a keyword does say create one at another location, so I don't think Horde works ever. I need like Hulkbuster here, right? There's no other way for me to get strong enough. What did the opponent play, by the way? Morbius? Oh, Hulkbuster. Let's go, dude. We can actually double dip the Hulkbuster, though. My biggest cards would always be Crystal and Absorbing Man. So I could potentially wait until next turn to see if I hit Crystal and then go Crystal Hulkbuster. And if not, we'll just go Sentinel Hulkbuster instead to double dip like we said. And then we got to figure out the final card. I don't know. Dracula's really scary because like even just Dracula Modoc's pretty spooky. Giant Man doesn't let you double dip like we said, so I think you do. I mean, actually, I guess you still do Ironheart, right? She's more points. She's 6. This is wrong guy. Oh my god. She's 6. This is only 3. So actually, yeah, Ironheart, even though she looks bad, is better. And then it's just you hope to hit Crystal and be big enough. That's your only out, right? I think. I haven't actually I didn't do the math on like Hulkbuster versus like Wong Ironheart being better, but I think this is probably the right way to go. Like we said, the double dip. Oh god, so Dracula is like, oh, actually just Weapon H too. But APOC, so it's like they can't play the Weapon H. The Conchu they could play. You would, oh, Proxima's really nuts. Oh, Scorn's also really, that we can't keep up. Yeah, we great snap. I'm not gonna sack 4 cubes because I actually am still climbing technically, although I couldn't care less. We always guaranteed lose, right? Our max point output here is 4, which is really 6, which puts us at 23. We know they can just play an Apocalypse and then they're gonna discard, you know, it doesn't even matter. Play Apocalypse already wins the game, but discard even a Scorn is fine. You might also just play the Scorn and discard, whatever the combinations are, we just don't have enough points. So sadly, anticlimactic final loss. 4 and 6 for the final run, but man, like the opponents beating us were having just the nuts, right? It was like just like some of the nuttiest losses I've seen in a long time. So they felt guilt-free, in other words. It didn't feel like we lost because our deck sucked so hard. Which, again, I know that's kind of two sides of the same coin. If everybody else is broken and you're not broken, doesn't that mean you suck? Like, kind of, but those same decks could have had much more reasonable games and it felt like we would have been in them. You know, like World Ship is ridiculous, right? Like that game, we had a pretty interesting start going. World Ship just completely broke that open. So it's like, you know, in other words, this deck felt like pretty competent to me. I thought this deck was surprisingly good, actually. Now, again, I don't know if that means you can take it to infinite or not. Honestly, maybe if you just, you know, snap really well and you're super disciplined and all that sort of stuff, maybe you could. But of course, I do think you can improve this deck. I think number one, first and foremost, right, are just adding a couple more Horde cards to make your Horde way more consistent. So I would immediately cut Sentinel, and I think Elsa would be my first cut because at least Ironheart and Crystal do feel like they kind of support the more combo-y nature of this. Easily just add in Zombie Mr. Fantastic and Zombie Scarlet Witch. If you have those, like that is an instant boost to this deck. You know, Zombie Scarlet Witch, not like super well played to in this deck, frankly, because you don't have a lot of the like smaller spammier stuff where you're getting to trigger her multiple times, but even just a couple triggers is going to be more useful than something like Elsa, who's basically doing effectively almost nothing in this deck to really help your zombie horde. The rest of the cards at least felt like they kind of had a place to me. You don't really need a Nightcrawler, but he was kind of interesting for Zombie Sentry. You probably don't really need a Hulkbuster, but he was a way to just juice your horde for your Zombie Giant Man chains. So those would be the two obvious inclusions. When we look at good zombie decks right now with let's just pull up a Zombie Scarlet Witch deck. You know, they're also running things like Kitty Pryde, Jane Foster, Venus is a really good addition because you can do you know, every buff to your horde gets an extra +1, right? So a few other cards to consider there. Thanos is tossed into those as well right now, and those are pretty strong decks. So this is really not too far off from an interesting angle. Just be careful because most of those decks do not go down the Wong path. This is almost more like a combo version of the deck as opposed to sort of a swarmier version of the deck like we traditionally see. So just be careful, but I think still a couple really good inclusions do make this probably an infinite capable deck. Now that said, they are Series 5 cards, so it's a big expense, but also, like I said, a Horde season is coming in October, so that might be yet another opportunity here to really improve this deck. So all in all, I have to say I was pleasantly surprised by this. 4 and 6 is not a crazy run, but a lot of close games, some much higher power outputs than I expected. I thought this deck kind of sucked, and it is a huge oversight to not have Zombie Scarlet Witch. I'm sad they just didn't throw that in for people, but nonetheless, more capable than I ever dreamed. So you might actually have some luck with this one.